Gabbie, no swearing, only sensible answers.
Okay.
Are we running yet?
We're running it, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So this is questions for a online podcast show.
Okay. Brilliant.
It's called Web Talk Guys World Radio Show.
Good on it.
Produced by Rob and Dana Greenlee.
Okay. Are we going to turn flashback loop down, or are we going to still have background music? Yeah, go on.
So there you go. Right.
Go on,
I'm not going to
I don't want to be primed.
I'm primed.
It's all raw and organic.
Question one.
I can't swear, can I?
No.
Okay.
World Radio Show produced by Rob and Dana Greenlee. It's one of the first official podcasts ever released. Have you ever heard of this show?
No.
No, I haven't. No. When was your first recorded session?
Our recorded session was the Dummy Brummies. We'd done a few of those before the Tilton Talk, which was the Forza show.
Yeah.
And then the establishment come in, they'd done Ian Wright on Absolute Radio and done Talk Sport. Come into it was before the Monkey House as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I got the sack.
Yeah, okay.
So that was our first.
2012 or 13.
It was probably 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it?
I think
you
it
know.
was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When did
Are we still looking into that camera? Or
we are, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When was your
Struggling to read
when
it,
did you want to start a podcast? We'll say podcast.
Yeah,
stroke show.
Yeah, well, they are, aren't they? Podcast stroke shows. I don't know. I think like most things, people like fall into them, don't they? Like big holes. Especially if you're walking down the road at night and it's dark.
Yeah.
And just like, and you're in the podcast, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that was it, really. You're getting the caption there. So that was it, really. Almost by accident, wasn't it?
I think.
And it was down to you guys starting up Sports Radio Birmingham, and then doing Speedway show, and then doing a football show, and then when I got sacked from the football, then you and I decided to do our music project, and it's just developed.
Yeah. When did you feel you were comfortable on the mic?
I've always felt comfortable on the mic.
Felt pretty comfortable.
To be honest, you see, I see my microphone as my friend.
Yeah.
You know,
because you haven't got many friends.
I haven't got. I can name all my friends on one hand.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm struggling to name them.
Why do you enjoy creating them, and do you enjoy it? Oh, crikey, do we enjoy it?
Well, so the first thing how I really got into stuff was in 1994. I'd done a programme called Inside Story, which was on after the European Cup final.
Available on YouTube.
Yeah, and it was about Karen Brady, called The Manageress. Now, I remember being in the studios at the BBC in London, and I promise you, I was close to tears. I was almost crying, because it was the first time I'd seen myself and my voice on television as a playback, and I wanted to get under the chair and hide. I still get like that with my voice, because I don't really like my voice.
No.
I don't really like my face, but there ain't a lot I can do about it. But I absolutely love the music and what we're creating, and I just look at myself as an idiot who just points a microphone and talks to talented people and gets their stories on a piece of equipment, and then I send it to you.
Can you remember what was the worst thing you ever said that has gone up?
I've said loads.
It's gone up forever. I've got a feeling we've probably taken down a lot of things.
I would say, to be fair, if these people, who are they? You know, the people that monitor things like... I'm always looking at radio today, and there's always been a presenter getting into hot water. I'm surprised no one's closed us down. We've took the piss out of everyone.
Oh yeah,
from ISIS to the Catholic Church to every football team, and really, I suppose, I suppose the most thing with me was when I hashtagged the local media in Birmingham, all Panos pets at the time, because that's what happens in football. They want to be friends of football clubs. So anything that a dictatorship, i.e. a football club, says, they believe, and they'll broadcast. Apart from the BBC, they're impartial.
Okay, there's quite a lot of questions here, so I might have to...
Oh, go on, carry on.
Okay. How's the equipment changed in the time you've been playing?
We haven't really.
Well, the equipment changed slightly as to when we first...
Mining.
When we first started, we had like, me and the Speedway.
GA.
We had a little tiny mic, and we were all shouting round it.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Not much it's really has it.
So it's changed a little bit, yeah.
We just sit round the table now shouting round it, don't we?
Do you think it's a better medium than YouTube patron for content creators.
Yeah, I think the internet.
I think so.
In my opinion, the internet is the most creative piece of. It's not actually an equipment, but it's a tool, isn't it? And there are a lot of tools, aren't it? I mean, we're a pair of tools. But I do think it allows creativity without suppression, and I think that that's vital because in this world, we're all controlled. PR companies, spin doctors, it's full of bullshit, really. And I think that the internet allows creativity.
It's probably answered the next question actually. What advice would we give out to people who are just starting?
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Do you know the first time? Excuse me. The first time I went on to BBC Radio WM with Malcolm Boyden, I said to Malcolm, "What do you want me to do?" And he said, "I don't know." And just be yourself, and that's all I've ever done with anything that I've ever did. Anything I've ever done, I don't know what I'm doing. A frog in my throat. I need a glass of water.
Why do you think we've become so popular?
We haven't. Have we?
We have.
Yeah, I
In
suppose
our
so.
own little niche way.
Yeah.
I think.
I think what the Biscuit Boys stand for is honesty, integrity, taking a piss, having a laugh, and loving people.
What's the best topic we've covered?
Everything. I love everything.
Is there anything we haven't
music.
covered?
I just love music.
Yeah, I think we've got that. What's the worst topic we've covered?
Football.
Probably football.
Football because whatever you say in football, I used to have in my black cab, because I was a former black cab at Birmingham. I used to have on a blue background, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing,
Yeah.
and I think that's it with football. People just take it too seriously.
What's the worst? The worst topic, what's the best podcast? Well, every week it just gets better and better, I think.
Oh, I mean, we're biased, really. Yeah. I think that, to describe us, we're just a pair of idiots. And if people like it, brilliant.
Can you think of the best question we've ever been asked? I can't think of it.
No, we don't know. We get asked questions. This is the first questionnaire we've ever done, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. How do you prepare for interviews with guests?
We don't.
Well, we get some. We don't. We have to.
Hold on.
We've got a buffet today.
Hold on. Right, this is how I prepare. We got the Velcro teddy bears coming in. So I just look at bits and pieces and just put jotting like bullet points down. And to be honest, that's our Biscuit Boys show. Yeah. If we'd done a production meeting, we would just piss about and have a laugh. We've done one, haven't we?
Yeah, it didn't work.
And we just mess about.
Is there anything you wish you could have covered?
No.
World Cup?
No, not really. I'm not bothered because I'm not bothered in. I mean, I'd love to. What I'd love to do, I would love to interview Paul Weller because Paul Weller's my hero and idol, and I'd love to do something with Paul at the Black Barn Studios.
Has there been any significant low points?
Yeah, being sacked really, and then I went Solihull Moors. My football club really turning against me, and I remember sitting with the chairman of Solihull Moors, Shipper, one Tuesday night, and I'll be honest, I was close to tears. I didn't know what I was going to do, and that was the lowest point for me, being sacked, really. But then what makes you. Like, gives you strength, doesn't it? Yeah. If it don't kill you. If it kills you, you're fucked basically, ain't you?
Yeah.
But if it don't kill you, you'll be alright.
Do you think podcasts will continue to become more popular? Yeah.
I hope so, because
through the roof, yeah.
I think if you listen to mainstream radio, it's the death of music. So I would suggest to anybody, find out these brilliant podcasters that have got brilliant shows. And support them and support live music. I think you've only got to look at the latest V Festival. It's the biggest pile of shite I've ever seen. I mean, how can you have Justin Bieber and Rihanna like headlining a British festival? Bullshit with a capital B.
Lastly, how do we think podcasts will change in the future to keep relevant?
I hope they don't.
Yeah,
no, I hope they don't. I hope you just keep on keeping on, being creative. 2 fingers up to the establishment and bollocks to them, really.
And most of all,
beautiful people.
Most importantly, have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't take this serious.
And also, don't swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done alright, didn't I?
Yeah. And
Do you
that
know-
includes our questionnaire.
Do you know Barry Fry done that once? He was best man to Ed Steen, and he got up and Steen says, "Gaffer, don't swear." So he's come up, he's done all his bits and that, and he says, "How the fucking hell did